Opponent goes first. Unfortunately, all slow lands. So we are not able to teachings on 2 currently. Opponent takes the mulligan though. And drops SA Plains. Nice. Now we have a turn 2 teachings. That feels pretty good. Okay, it's mono white. Mono white do nothing though. Sure, play out the forest. Get the teachings going. Okay, mill 3, create a 1/1 spirit creature token. Mill an underdog, that's not too bad. When it goes Cathar Commando. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay. Funky deck here. Let's see what that other color is. Red. They're Boros Flash. Okay. Alright, they have connived. We have a 2/2 though. How do you feel about that? We could drop the Fable. We have a lot of good lands to discard. Liliana's not bad either. Sack one of their creatures, start plussing. But I guess Fable's a little more effective right now. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I guess we want them to sack that first. Okay, so let's drop something on black. Play out Liliana here. And see if we can get him to sack the Cathar Commando. They do. Alright, so the Fable can survive next turn potentially. No attacks. See if we can defend Liliana. Plenty of land to discard. 4th land. Cabaret Courtyard again. Opponent definitely on a funky deck here. Alright, they attack with their 3/2. We will attempt to block this. It's fine. They trade, okay. Play Extraction Specialist, get it back, okay. Unfortunately, that's the thing we really want to get rid of. Because it does pick off the Fable. Well, we can start with a plus, I guess, and then probably attack with the underdog and just sacrifice Liliana. We really want to get rid of the Cathar. So we'll trade with the Specialist. Target non-creature card. Alright, there are non-creature cards down there. Let's begin here. Plus before they have full information. And we could probably drop off one of the Pain lands at this point. Okay. Play you out. We'll get the underdog down. I really don't want to lose the Fable to this Commando guy. And we'll attempt to attack in here. Alright, take it all. We take the draw. We're going to lose Liliana this turn, but that's okay. A lot of land. This Commando is really giving us issues. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay, good. Commando goes down. Probably lose Liliana here as well. But we get off a Fable, hopefully. Unless they replay another Extraction Specialist. They play their own Fable. Okay. Burn on the house. Interesting. We could do that before our own Fable. It's not terrible. It's almost not necessary. But if we're going to do it, it's nice to do it now, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Burn down the house. Opponent gets a nice draw discard off here. Let's see what they pick. Drop off 1 land, keep the other card. Sarah Paragon. Okay. That's a pretty good card to draw. This is pretty annoying because they just get back the thing that picks off enchantments. We're kind of screwed there. It is unfortunate, but I think we just got to play things out. Hope they missed that line of play. Miller Windgrace. Those would have been nice to draw. Drop the Fable, and let's see if they get back the card that can pick off the Kiki Jiki. If they do, that's pretty bad. They don't. They get back the Specialist, which can then get back the card which picks off the Kiki Jiki. Well, can't say we had the perfect draw here. Yep, there goes Kiki Jiki. We could top deck a Titan at any point in time. We essentially do. I guess this lets you attack this turn. Or block. So. Reveal their hand. Probably not necessary. Search library for a sweeper. I think that makes sense. Start on 2. Okay. So we should be able to go get drag to the bottom here. I think that's the right call. Actually, how does this trigger? I guess at the beginning of our next turn, we're just gonna get a creature card. Oh, we can get the Titan from the graveyard, right? All right, or is that? No, that's a library. We don't have any Titans down here, unfortunately. So really, maybe we just get a Titan to the hand. I wanted to get a sweeper. Maybe just Titan here. No attacks. We'll just try to save our life total, I think. Opponent will get some interesting plays off. They can copy the Paragon, maybe? They copy the Specialist, get something else back. Commando. Oh no, they pick off the Gix. Alright, well at least we got the Titan. Hit us for 6. We have plenty of land. I guess there's no point in trading, per se. Just go like that. Down to 9. Fiend's Informant. So we've seen no removal from them this entire game. I don't think that means we necessarily shouldn't pick the shield counter. Oh, they're a Fiend's Informant. Interesting. Underdog, okay. Definitely here comes the Titan. Are we attacking to deploy the underdog? I think that's okay. Get in here like this. Okay, they take a block, that's fine. That land, play out the Titan. Definitely have to destroy the Kiki-Jiki. Then do we take the shield counter? If we ever want to attack, it's not that useful. Life is okay. Maybe we just take the Rhino. The Rhino can at least get in there. We're going to feel bad if they just Fateful Absence the Titan. But they haven't shown us any removal all game. Do we win the long game is the question. We're going to take the shield counter. Put it on the Titan. And we'll drop the underdog here. Because attacking him with the Rhino, having them block and then replay something from the graveyard is not particularly effective. So now we need to draw into removal for the Paragon. Here comes backup Paragon. Now we need 2 removal spells. That gets back a creature from the graveyard. Okay. Get back Soul of the Windgrace, I guess. Okay, we don't mill anything better. I think we take the soul here. Drop the soul. I don't think we have any basics. We'll take one of these guys instead. I guess we could take their land so they can't play it out. We don't need to attack because we need to hold back. This guy actually doesn't have flying, even though he has a Soul of Windgrace, which I always find interesting. So we'd love to hit a sweeper here. We still have drag to the bottom of the deck. That basically is enough to win the game, potentially. Another Spirited Companion, okay. Fiend's Conformant, okay. You gotta think they have removal in there somewhere. Courtyard. 29 life, alright. At some point they just have lethal on us. Alright, probably need to keep digging for an answer, right? Indestructible is not that useful. Okay. We're looking for our sweeper. Discard you. That does something, but not everything. This gets rid of one of the Paragons. Again, no attacks here. Do we take the underdog draw? That brings us down to 7. I don't think so. I think they're too close to lethal here. They might even have lethal already. They flip the Kiki-Jiki. This might have to be what we take out with the Grasp. Roadside Reliquary. Another extraction specialist. Great. Who are these linked to? Is there anyone we need to get rid of through here? Solve. Whew. Roadside Artifact or Enchantment. AO is not good either. So we don't have really any enchantments we're worried about right now. AO is bad. All of this is bad. We need the sweeper right now. We need to draw into the sweeper right freaking now. They don't attack still, I don't think. Okay, I think we have to take out the Kiki Jiki yet again. Go down to 7. That's pretty much game. We have to top deck. So do we have to top deck to win regardless? I think basically. I think they can just attack next turn. So, whatever. It's fine. We need drag to the bottom right now. It's a lot to ask. 31 cards. I need the card. Wow, okay. Does that actually do it? We have burned down the house down here, right? We do. Okay, how much mana is that? That's 4 mana to do that. And then we have 5 left over. So we actually get there. Holy moly. Alright, here we go. Non-legendary cards. X equals 1. Give me back. Burn down the house. I want to make sure we have double red. We definitely do. We have 5 mana. We definitely got it. Okay. Whew. Deal 5 damage to each creature and planeswalker. Probably could have attacked with Soul of Windgracer first, just to get back that land, but boy, do we need that to work out. Okay. Goodness gracious. Oh no, they still get the AO triggers. All right, it's not over yet. Let's see if they get another Sarah Paragon. Wedding announcement. Okay. A lot of life. All right, let's get in there while we can. While the getting's good. All right, let's sack this thing, get a draw. We still have like a bunch of Titans left in the deck, right? So we're definitely not out of this. All right, now they get the removal spell. Seems fair. We're down to 7. How many underdogs do we use here? They sack the Reliquary. Draw a card. Now they have an enchantment out. They were waiting for that. Play out another tap land. Okay. All right. Not what you want to see. Probably need to take at least 1 draw. Because we got to get something going here. Down to 5. If we take the other one, we're down to 3. They've shown us nothing with haste, though. And they don't have enough mana to flash in someone. Maybe we take both draws. I mean, there are a ton of good things we can draw here. Drop down to 3. Drop down to 2 after that. Yeah, I'm in for it. We need to make some things happen. Okay. End here. Draw up. Soul Transfer is okay. Windgrace is much better. It's a blocker. We can get some life off the land or take more draws off the land. Lion Sash. All right. Well, that's pretty annoying and interesting. Is that game? Wait. Wow. Wait. All right. Oh, man. I'll admit I did not see that coming. Okay. I don't even know, dude. That was wild. that was a game of magic right there. If you like that, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. I don't know. That was wild. Opponent goes first. We have a few too many slow lands here. Okay, they're on Rakdos. We hit another slow land. Well, starting like this. Another slow land by the opponent. Okay, not bad. And we mirror. All right. Well, we'll be set on mana. That's for sure. Opponent on Grixis. Grixis do nothing. All right, so if they're going to counter something this turn, we would most like it to be the underdog. So we'll do it like that. Hopefully it's not a Syncopate which exiles it, but looks like not. Might just see straight up removal instead. Maestro's Charm. Look at the top 5 cards. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. All right. We mill Negate, Iteration, Big Score. All right. So this is the Galvanic Iteration Invoke Despair deck. So once they get up to 7 mana, including treasure tokens, we're a little bit dead. Okay. Well, we will... whack him here first. I don't think there's any reason to mill first. Hit him for 3. Drop a Teachings. Mill 3 cards, create a 1/1 token. Land Inchigeki goes down. Question is, can we even resolve Cruelty of Gix? Maestro's Charm again. So they're just setting up for their big combo. They're basically just a big score away from making this work. Good news is, with enough creatures out, the Titan actually can survive pretty well. So if we get the Rhino token and a shield counter, that's enough for the Titan to survive, potentially. Burn down the house. All right. First, but they are tapped out, so we get to resolve our Cruelty of Gix, which is pretty huge. Question is, what do we get? So creature or planeswalker is almost useless because they run none, right? This is just all instant sorceries. In terms of what's in the graveyard, there's nothing there, so I think we just go get a bunch of Titans. So we'll skip to 2. I don't think phase 1 is useful. Search library for a card, yeah. Is there anything better than Titan to get? We could just chain Cruelties, I guess, which is kind of interesting. But I think we want to start dropping Titans as soon as possible. I do like chaining Cruelties in general. We already have 1 in hand, though. And we're not going to have mana to do this anyway. So maybe we drop something we can play this turn. Like the Windgrace isn't bad, given all the mana down there. Yeah, this turn we could drop a Windgrace. Dies pretty easily. We have nothing to counteract. Yeah, we'll take a Windgrace. One of the awkward things is these enchantments do get picked off by Invoke Despair. And they only have triple black currently, so they can't do it this turn. Celestis. Okay, so as soon as this coming turn, they can copy Invoke Despair. Sure. How useful are you? You don't have haste. You're going to die probably pretty soon anyway. Maybe we take the underdog. Okay. Well, one thing I know for sure is a lot of things are about to die. We'll go ahead and drop the Windgrace here. Okay. I prefer to take one of our lands. And at some point we can discard a land and draw a card, which is probably what we'll do. But we'll end here for now. Alright, so I think we're going to see the first set of copy Invoke Despair. So we'll drop 2 creatures, keep the Windgrace, drop the Titan next turn. That's not awful. If we make the Rhino token, potentially we can survive the next round of Invoke Despairs. It's going to be a battle, though. Okay, here comes the first round of iteration. Again, I think we'll see Invoke Despair here. Invoke Calamity. Okay. Equally spooky. What are we getting here? I guess burn down the house, and maybe that's it. 5 damage each creature in Planeswalker. We don't have enough mana to make you indestructible, so we'll take the card draw. Right? Yeah, we're 2 mana open, so yeah, we'll take the card draw. Drop off the forest. Another Windgrace, not bad. Interesting. And they get a Maestro's Charm? How's that possible? Oh, because they copied it, so they got 2, okay, interesting. So dropping the Titan isn't mind-blowingly good, because even if we get the Rhino, and they copy the Invoke Despair, we have to sack 2 creatures. So we'd love to have 3 creatures out before we do the Titan. Triple Titan, though. So what if we went Windgrace plus Underdog instead? Does that make any sense? Can we just lose a crap ton of life? One way to do it is just to make sure they can't burn us out. We can just take, maybe we just take the life. Oh, we killed the Celestis too. That's not bad. All right, let's try Titan this turn. I at least like picking off the Celestis. Destroy you. Taking the Rhino basically just saves them a card draw. The life's not bad either. All right, this means they draw 1 fewer card and saves us 2 life. This just gains us 5 life. We'll take the Rhino. Okay. In terms of playing out this land, we almost want to take the draw off the Windgrace at some point, but we're pretty far away, right? I think we're going to do Titans for the next several turns and either gain life or make Rhinos as needed to try to survive. Also, they might only run 2 copies of a Galvanic Iteration in the entire deck. So that means this is their last copy, potentially. And after that, we might see more Invoke Despairs, but it might just be 1 at a time. And then the Titans do much better because we're only sacking 1 creature at a time, unless they have straight-up removal for the Rhino token. Okay, that is a very different turn. Pretty good for us. And there's no Meaduk Masker, and their sweepers are not going to be as impactful. Maybe we just keep dropping Titans then. Attack all here. One damage to face. I might not play out this land, except that they do have blue make disappear mana open. They can still casualty whatever we play. Is that a good reason to Windgrace instead? Blue for negate. Do you think they have make disappear and they want to counter the next Titan? I don't think they have Invoke Despair, otherwise they would have copied it, right? 4, 5, 6? Maybe they didn't have enough mana to copy it last turn. Okay, we can try a Titan here. We'll see. Okay, no counter step, no counter magic. We'll take the Rhino and the life, I think. It's fine. You get the life. Alright, so they might have some more burn down the houses, and they might even copy a burn down the house and pick off everything. But our life total is pretty stable, and they don't have that many ways to win. Attack all probably implies a sweeper of some sort. If we block both, they take out one of the Titans for free with a... what if we just block 1? They deal 6 damage to the Titan. That seems fine. I think we take 1 block for free. I think that should be fine. Let the other one go through. Let's see where they point that damage. Probably face. Point it at the Titan. Okay. So now they want to burn down the house. Galvanic Iteration. Okay. Invoke Calamity. Get back, burn down the house, I imagine. And consider. Okay. They get a freebie off that. So that picks off one of the Titans, but that was going to happen no matter what. Because both their Devil tokens were going to die either way. So that was going to be 7 damage total. The question is, can they pick off the Titan now? And I guess they have Flame Blessed Bolt down there. Invoke Despair. That actually was down there too. Okay. And Flame Blessed Bolt. Okay, so they're exiling you. And they get a nice draw 3. So pretty interesting turn by the opponent. I do think they're potentially out of Galvanic Iterations. In terms of cards we have to worry about, so I bet they have 3 more Invoke Despairs. But I bet they can't copy it anymore. They almost have 10 mana to double Invoke Despair on the same turn. It would have to be another black mana source. That would pick off this next Titan. I think we go for it anyway. I think we take the Rhino, and we take the life. That's still a lot of life for them to chew through. And don't forget we have 4 Cruelty of Gixes in here, so we can get back these Titans later, as long as they're not exiled. Whoa, no! That's not good. Oh, shit, dude. No! Okay. Still, that's not that scary. Oh, Maestro's Charm, no. Wait, oh, they need something else too? Oh my god, that blows. Dude. Alright, at least we immediately have the answer. They don't have blue open. So, F you immediately. We have enough mana to get the Underdog in there. And the Fable. Seems okay. Probably better than the Windgrace. We don't have any lands in hand anyway. Okay. Let's punish them as much as we can for that. They drop to 6. We drop the Fable. Get a card draw. More land. That goes well with the Windgrace. We could drop the Windgrace and then either give it indestructible or draw a card, or even gain life if we need to. They have a lot of mana here. How many? We still have like 3 more Invoke Despairs to go through, right? Manual taps for colorless. Invoke Despair. Yeah, so it's going to be... I bet they have the second one too. We lose the enchantment. So I bet we see second Invoke Despair, but we're almost through them. Burn down the house. Devil tokens, they're looking for lethal. Okay. 2 attacks go in. Just 1. They're worried about us cracking back. Tear Asunder. Well, It'll be useful for the next Leer, but currently it's not very useful. Windgrace draw or Windgrace life. Or indestructible. We probably don't have to decide. We take the underdog. That drops us down to 10. We'll have 2 creatures open for the next. I don't think they had the next Invoke Despair. So I think we can get in here with the underdog. It's going to be close. They only have 1 mana open here. This threatens lethal. They have to block at least one of these. Okay, they take 1. They take both blocks. All right, that's fine. Nah, no reason to do that. Fading Hope the token. All right, that's too bad. Okay. That's kind of weird because that thing's going to die anyway, so that was a little unnecessary, right? Liliana. Sack creature is not very good. Discard a card's interesting. I think it's the Windgrace here, though. We cannot protect it, though. And we also don't have enough mana to draw a card off of it. I really want to draw the card off of it. We can't protect it. But it blocks. It's a blocker. I think we drop it here anyway. It's a little sad. Oh, we get back one of these. Okay, that's pretty good. Green is fine. Comes in tapped, though. Yeah, we'll end here. Alright, let's see if they pick it off immediately. That'll be sad, but I think we want the blocker around. Invoke Despair, they sack the creature. Do we want the life? The answer is yes. Drop off you. Let's take the life. Up to 13. Are we through all 4 Invoke Despairs? So there's 1, 2, 3. We've seen 3. There's probably a 4th. We're down to 8 though, man. Minusing you isn't very attractive. We just lose the Liliana. We could exile it if we really wanted to. They have the last Invoke Despair. So we need something on the battlefield. How many Leers? They can't run that many Invoke Despairs and Burn the House and Leer. I bet they just have 1 Leer. So maybe we don't need to save Tear Asunder. Maybe that's already done its job. What a waste, but I think we can Tear Asunder this. Okay, so you're exiled. I don't want to underdog because that brings us down to lethal for the last Invoke Despair. We could plus Liliana. Alright. Let's drop everything in plus, I guess. Okay. This at least gives us a blocker now. Cruelty goes down. Yeah, we'll take a plus here, I think. Just for free. Manual taps for colorless. 3 manual taps for colorless. Cycle Xander's Lounge. Leave open... Not sure. I guess just their tri-lands. Consider they take another draw. Okay. Maestro's Charm. That's okay. Liliana wasn't really changing the game for us anyway. I'm actually glad they used that on Liliana versus our blocker. They take the Consider again. They have 1 more Invoke Despair that only gets us down to... What? We go down 2 to 6, take 1 more. Down to 5. And then they're out of win cons, I think. Yep. There's the last one, though. So we lose both of these. We drop down to 6, they draw a card, but now I think they only have the Devil token. If we top deck anything good... Oh, shit. No! They had the last Invoke Calamity. How many 5-drops is that? That's like 4 Invoke Calamities, 4 Invoke Despairs, and 4 Burn Down the House and Leer. Damn. I feel like they shouldn't be able to run that many 5-drops and get away with it. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. If you enjoyed the gameplay today, please consider dropping a like and a sub and maybe even a comment. Those 2 games were kind of wild. A lot of fun. Jund's Toolbox. I really like the idea of this deck. I love the idea of a toolbox. I love the idea that Cruelty of Gix can help you fetch whatever you need in any given situation. We have a lot of fun ofs, including, not just fun ofs, but actually useful tools. We have March of Wretched Sorrow, which could be critical in gaining life or taking out a large creature, which otherwise can't be removed. Terra Sunder is nice little tech here. If it's kicked, exile target non-land permanent instead. Very flexible. One Shigeki, which can be used to fetch things back from the graveyard, which we'll talk about. A couple one-ofs in here. Probably Soul Transfer is the only one you really need. Maybe Graveyard Trespasser could be nice tech to fetch if you need to remove something from the graveyard. And then 2 sweepers in the form of Drag to the bottom, which works well with Ziator's Proving Ground. Should be able to sweep up most things, and it's a little bit cheaper than Burn Down the House, which is slightly more damage and can sweep up more things. So I love the idea of a toolbox. I think it's a lot of fun, and especially against some decks that are creature or planeswalker based. If you just chain Cruelty of Gix into the next one, keep fetching it. And then just taking a card from their opponent's hand, that is a very satisfying play pattern. We didn't get to see that today. Mostly had to fetch things and try to survive, but this is a fun card for sure. Other things going on in the deck, we do have a mill, I wouldn't even say sub-theme, a main theme of mill. We've got 4 copies of Teachings of Kirin, which can mill 3 cards, create a token. We have the Fable of Mirror Breaker, which can help you discard. Liliana can help you discard. So basically, we want to mill or discard Titans into the graveyard so we can get them back with Gix easier. But we do still have the ability to just straight up ramp into Titan fairly consistently, because both the Fable can create treasure to help you ramp, and Solve the Windgrace, if you drop it down, can help you ramp, get a land onto the battlefield. So even if you just have the Titan sitting in the hand, it's not crazy, and in fact expected that you will be able to drop it organically as well. Also have 3 copies of the Underdog, which plays well with the mill strategy, as that is a good one to drop into the graveyard. Last thing I'll note is our mana base. We have a nice little split, 13 lands that potentially come in tapped, including the Proving Ground and the slow lands, and then 13 lands that come in untapped. So hopefully you can curve out nicely, although it won't work out every time. That's all. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.